Alright, so let's do a fruit review on the Halos, which I believe means hello in Spanish. Well, that's just one of the companies. There's actually quite a few companies out there that have these mandarins type oranges. It's a different type of mandarin. I don't know the exact variety of mandarin, but it is a mandarin and it's a different type. And if you ever go into the store and you see any of these little netted things with all those little tiny little oranges in, you're going to have to give these a try. I've been eating these things straight away since I got them. And I do buy and they're pretty cheap. I mean, you can get a whole bag of these for like $3, $3.50 or something. And, you know, you could only eat like 3 or 4 at a shot. But I've been trying to build myself up to eat at least 6 of these whenever I eat them. So I'm eating them as often as I can. But this is what they look like. And it's just a very tiny little orange. Very, very small. They are seedless. And they're not that difficult to peel. They can be, but if you got fingernails, like I cut my nails, but if you got fingernails, you could kind of get under that skin pretty easily and peel it relatively pretty fast. You could almost do it in one peel. But I'll show you how I peeled it, how I peel these, and I don't have any fingernails, so I'll show you how I peel them. And you just got to get it started, and peeling it's a cinch. All right, so we start like this. I just take one of my fingernails, I like the middle finger, and I get in there and I just kind of pull up on that skin a little like that, and just kind of work your way around, get that top off. All right, and just keep peeling around. And this one's an easy one to peel. I happen to pick an easy one. And just kind of loosen that skin up all the way around. And then that's it. You just peel the whole thing off in one. You see, I did it in basically one peel. And that's what it looks like. It's just a little tiny little orange. So what I do is I usually split it in half and then into quarters. But usually maybe 2 bites or 3 bites. I eat the whole thing. But just for the sake of video, I'm going to take one of these off. All right. Make sure you get this part out because it's not exactly pleasant. There's one of these things in here. You want to get those out. No big deal if you get them in there. And basically what you're left with is this little tiny little orange. Look how tiny that is. That's not much bigger than my thumbnail. That's all it really is. So I basically break these down into quarters like this. And I munch them that way because these are so small. There's not much there you wouldn't be able to eat that many that way. It'd take you forever. So let's give one of these a taste test and a bite, and let's see what it tastes like. These have a range in flavor from being not that flavorful, but having a slight mandarin orange type flavor, to being very tangy, very tart in flavor, almost lemon tart. But it's not an unpleasant, overwhelming tartness. It's very, I prefer the very tart ones. They really bring activate your taste buds for that flavor. They really, really do. I really like these very tarty. This one happens to be not as tarty, but lightly sweet. They're not very heavily sweet. Though I have opened up a few of these and had gotten them where they were quite sweet, probably sweeter than a navel orange. So they do vary in taste and range. And every now and again, you'll pick one out of here that's kind of not exactly, it's starting to go into that spoiling stage. It's starting to taste awkward in flavor. It's going out. It's already too old. You got to remember that these are picked by the thousands upon thousands per day. So there's no way that they're going to get them at the exact ripeness and they're going to sit on the shelf all at the exact same time. So you might get a few that might be awkward in flavor and it's starting to taste like it's going bad. If you ever tasted an orange that starts to go bad, it has that soury flavor, not soury like tarty, like the lemon thing, but it's starting to like taste, the flavor is tasting really bad. It's starting to taste like it's going bad. So you will get those from time to time, and I have gotten a few of them, but they're not really bad where you could chuck it. You can actually eat those. They're not going to make you sick. It's just, it's not going to taste at its optimum. Let me taste one more of these. I'll eat one of these quarters. This one tasted good, but it's starting to get into that area where it's starting to taste like it might be going bad a little bit. Like I say, when you get these, the first thing you should do is start eating them. Don't let them sit on your counter for very long. Pretty much get them and start eating them. Eat like a half dozen at a shot and just eat them every day until they're gone. Don't let these sit around because they will spoil. And every once in a while, you could end up with one that gets moldy on this outside, which means it's way too far gone. But yeah, that's the Halos Mandarin. Like I say, they're California mandarins. There's probably a couple of dozen different varieties of mandarins. This happens to be a very small type of mandarin, so they're not very big. And they're very delicious mandarins. I definitely recommend these. And I mean, for $3, you're getting a 3-pound bag for roughly, I don't know what I paid, $3 or maybe $4. I don't remember exactly, which isn't bad for citrus fruits because they can really start to become very expensive. So this is a good alternative. You just got to do a lot more work peeling them and eating them, and you got to eat more of them. You can't just let these sit around. So yeah, that's the mandarin, the California mini mandarin or Halos. There's, like I say, these go under a few different names. So this one's Halos. There's another one with something else. There's a bunch of different names, and they're always changing them up in the supermarket. But if you see them, pick them up. They're worth a try, and they're not that expensive. I would say if you're just going to buy a couple navel oranges that day, go with these. Give these a try. You might like these a little better. All right, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.